Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let me get some music going. There we go. Hello, welcome to tonight's stream. It is an honor to have all of you. Tonight promises to be an exciting and entertaining stream. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Hey, Madness King. Hello, Nabiru. I see you're already in the mood, Nabiru. I see you're already in the mood. You're already got your head in the game. So, let me just finish getting stuff set up and we'll get rolling. All right. Hello, Sovest. Welcome to the stream. Let me just finish getting everything set up. Okay. This. Okay. Let me close you. Make a copy. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. Well, we're gonna be working on building an NPC. Oh, hello, Silva. Doing a savage raid. Okay. We're gonna be building an NPC encounter, and we want to build a character to go with the encounter. I asked for special permission to be able to show the last bit of NPC encounter building, establish a plan to win. So we will be going over that as well. Give me a second. All right. All right. Oh, why is there... Of course, the day I'm running late booting up my model is the day that they're like, oh, your VTubing software has an update. Do you want to download the update now? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running late. Hey, no problem, no problem. That's part of the excitement about tonight's stream. I honestly didn't know whether this stream was going to happen, personally. Let's Alright. And whoop. Alrighty, welcome everybody. I know Twitch is about to go on an ad, so I will let that ad run. Yes, you're getting the perfect draw with this one, Noel Main. So it's really funny because, like, so as some of you know, I am planning to do a streamed game of Perfect Draw. And as part of the stuff for doing the streamed game of Perfect Draw, I had to ask for permission to gain access to the playtest rules. And I was given access to the playtest rules for the streamed game and for any playtests that I would do. Which we're still planning to do the stream game. We're very close to being ready to do it. It's a lot to learn. I did not anticipate how hectic my life was going to be at the same time when I was trying to learn the new system. But we are going to be doing another testing thing Saturday, and going to be working towards being ready to have that situated. And I hope you all will enjoy that. But I noticed that when I was doing my reviews of the demo kit, because I've done reviews of the demo kits, I've done streams where I go over the judge kit and the player's kit, right? And I noticed something. I noticed there was something that wasn't there. I noticed that the establish a plan to win table was referenced but wasn't there, and I realized that was probably because they wanted to make it so you had to buy the full rules to be able to make an encounter. And I still very much encourage people to buy the rules, to back the game. I have a link to their Backerkit and to the demo kit in the description below. I really want to see this game succeed. And it's funny. So I was like, I want to do NPC creation, but they said they don't want us to be sharing too much of the rules. So I asked one of the developers, and I said, hey, I want to do a stream doing NPC creation. Is it okay if I show the establish a plan to win table, because that was not present in the demo kit? And they said yes. So I was like, okay, all right. We are doing the thing. I realize I'm saying this as the ad is running, which is kind of funny. And at least one of the people who was interested in this from the Discord is in an ad. Welcome back, ad people. You should all be back from ad jail. I don't know what I can't stop you from doing that. Oh, no ad for you. Oh, okay. But yeah, I was given permission to show the table on screen for this. It's funny because so I was in this weird ethical dilemma, right? Because since I am suggesting for people to go do the crowdfunding campaign, right? And I'm referencing something that is from the full rules that hasn't been given out for free. When I was setting up the stream, I was like, because I'm doing both YouTube and Twitch, and on YouTube, if you received anything of value related to the stream, if you're promoting anything, you have to say you're doing a paid promotion. And I'm like, do I tick that box? Because they didn't give me the PDF rules for this stream to review it. They gave it to me for the stream game, and that would probably have to be a paid promotion because we were given the rules exclusively. We were given the rules early in order to be able to make that show. But I didn't know if I needed to do that for this. I decided against it because like it's one table, and I'm not sure like if it comes down to it, I may put that retroactively on the VOD, depending on how I feel about it. But yeah, as far as screenshotting the table, I can't stop you. It's gonna be on a VOD. My one thing I say is please support them. Support the okay. I don't want anyone to be like, haha, I don't need to back. I don't need to back because I got the rules from Oriansenshi stream. But what was I doing? I was about to do a thing. Okay. Anyway, how was it? Before we get like jumping right in, we're gonna jump in a few minutes. Normally I like to just do a little bit of chit chat at the start. How has everybody's week been? I know my week's been kind of hectic and stuff as I've been dealing with my health and trying to get things sorted with getting this autism screening, or not screening, examination, evaluation. That is a fair point, Salvest. We will see how this goes. I'm hoping against hope. So, I'll go over it a little bit, Noel Main. Establish a plan to win is a move, just like the power move and the simple moves. So it's like playing their ace card. It's doing something to create a situation that the players have to respond to. And they have a table of example plans to win. Oh, that sounds really rough, Salvest. And that they have example plans to win that just break down how things are supposed to go into different categories, and the examples help a lot with making NPCs. For tonight's practice, I'm going to stay very much within the thing. Now I'm showing the establish a plan to win, but they also have another list in the full rules of example gimmicks to be like, here is a cool gimmick or theme or something for your deck to work off of, for your NPC to work off of, and that is really helpful. But I'm not showing that. I didn't ask permission to show that. I don't know. I don't think that's in the demo kit, so I'm not going to go over that, but that's a really cool thing. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Sylvest. Yeah. I also like, it's funny, all of the tables for this stuff say have numbers on them. So you could do a random number generator, you could roll dice, right? And I think that's really funny because that's just really silly to be like, oh no, I got an NPC I wasn't prepared for. What am I gonna do? And just roll dice. Just be like, all right, What's this NPC's first move? What's their established plan to win? Roll dice. What's their first power move? What are they doing on this turn? Just roll dice and just run with it. And I think that that's really interesting, and it gives a lot of freedom for different types of development. I have a house rule for generic NPCs where they always get RNG when using Dawdle. Ooh. So I have a few house rules I've instituted for some of my stuff, for some of my NPCs. And I don't know if it's that I've been making my NPCs too strong that I've had to do this, but I make most, if not all, of my NPCs' simple moves into staples. And then I treat them like a player staple, where the NPC cannot use the same staple multiple turns in a row. So if they use one, then that's used for that turn, and the next turn they have to do something different in order to make sure that you create a situation that the NPCs are doing different things to make the game more interesting. I had a test game where I built an NPC that gained bonuses for having swarms of enemies. That's also a good point, Savist. With the random stuff, because you need stuff for the mobs, for the nameless duelists. Though they do introduce a rule. I think they put it in the judge. Well, not a rule, a suggestion. That if a battle isn't even a filler battle, if a battle is like, yeah, that's definitely it, Noel Main. Their ace or their win con is a lot of times their first move. Yeah, so one thing I noticed, look, for the NPC I made one about like knights, and their whole thing was gaining their boss card gained bonuses for how many other warriors you had on the field. So every round, the most optimal simple move was create a normal warrior. Just creating a vanilla normal warrior gave bonuses to their boss card, could deal damage, and was stronger than a weak warrior that the players were spamming on the field. And it was just every turn, just another normal warrior entering the field. And I was like, while that's the most air quotes optimal play, I don't think it's a fun thing to do. And one of the tenets, I don't know if they put this in the demo kit. They have in the full rules, they have these things about these tenets, about these kind of like ideas or themes, or not quite rules, but guidelines to follow whenever you're running and playing a perfect draw game. And one of the ones that stuck out to me that I thought was very interesting was play the fool. This idea that like it's really easy to be like making the optimal play every turn because that's what our card game brain says, but then having to remember you're playing a character. That character does not have perfect information. That character does not have all of the information that you have. So what would your character do? Let your character be eccentric. Let your character be a little bit kooky and unhinged and do what they're going to do. They may not always do the most optimal play if it doesn't suit their personality. And that goes for in-card games as well as in the actual like gameplay, which is that's something I still need to do some stuff about, running some actual out-of-combat scenarios. So that's a thing. But yeah, I was dealing with stuff. So that's cool, Sylvest. Taking character quirks into mind, that's really cool. And it's also important to remember, hello, Iris! Good to see you! Welcome, 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 welcome. So I'm hoping I'm hoping everything works for tonight. I am using a template that someone on the Perfect Draw Discord named, I think Nate made, for making NPCs. In fact, I had a match where the NPC didn't lash out at all because how the game played out ended up working out better. That's cool. Thank you, Iris. This is my casual outfit. Hello, Nathan. Are you the... Hold on. Are you the person who made the... Let me see something. Yeah, you're the one who made the thing. I added one thing to it, and I like made the boxes, made the tables bigger so it was easier to read. For my own copy of them. Well, we're going to be using templates for making NPCs. We're making NPC encounters tonight. I told you about it last... I told you about it earlier in the week. I don't know if you remember. You made it on a phone. Well, I think it should work perfectly fine for tonight, Nathan. Is it Nathan or Naughton? All right. So, how was everybody's week? Everybody have a good week? I know. Nathan? Okay. All right. Welcome in. I'm glad to see so many people. I haven't done a Perfect Draw related stream in a little while. I'm really excited. Like I was saying earlier, the stream almost didn't happen, but I got permission to show the... Oh! Sovest 555, welcome to the Star Hunters, where we shoot to the stars, have wonderful adventures, live our dreams, and always stop to enjoy the memes. Thank you for the follow. It means a great deal to me. Yeah, because there wasn't much point in doing... Originally, I was concerned because the establish a plan to win table wasn't in the demo, and I'm like, I can't really do an NPC creation stream without that, but I got permission to show that, so we are... Licks the Milky Way like dipping dots. I love it, Sylvest. I love it. Now, because... Make the funny Perfect Draw iceberg. I would love to see that. That sounds hilarious, Iris. So... It is... I actually... when I was getting prep for today's stream, and I went to get the link for the crowdfunding for this to put in the description because I wanted to do it. I saw the next stretch goal, and I was like, oh, next stretch goal, if they get to 750 backers, which they might have hit already, is making rules for card games on motorcycles. It said motorcycles, mechs. What else did it say? Hold on, let me pull up the page. That was not the button I wanted. Okay. 7 away. Nice. Nice. I made a tweet about it because I was like, I gotta do something because I love giant robots. Anybody who knows, I love mechs. I love the mecha genre. I love power armor. I love androids. I love constructs. I love golems. I have a deep fascination with golems. And whole 9 yards. So I was like, ooh. Oh yeah, the VTT resources. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for that. I really hope they hit that. I really hope they hit that. That is really exciting. Let me... That was not the button I wanted at all. Okay, hold on. Okay. Someone who tinkers using Roll20 and would love to run a digital campaign there. Yes. So I'm planning to run a streamed game, and we're using Tabletop Simulator. And the only reason why we're using Tabletop Simulator and not Roll20 is because the Roll20 deck mechanics do not let you search your deck for a specific card. With Roll20, if you want to add a card to your hand, you would have to draw your deck until you get that card, put back the cards that you drew, the other cards you drew, and then shuffle the deck, which you have to shuffle the deck anyway. But that's just like a whole lot of steps to get to one card. You can't search for a specific card in Roll20. And considering there is an entire oh no, I hope your internet's okay. Yeah, Roll20 can be a bit unwieldy. So far, I found Tabletop Simulator to be really helpful once we got the hang of it. Because so when it comes to uploading entire deck images, it's really, you have to get them arranged in a certain way, and you either have to do it manually, which can be a pain in the butt in like a like Photoshop or something, right? Or in Tabletop Simulator, if you go into the files and you look into the files of Tabletop Simulator, into, I think it's add-ons or something. Hold on, what is it? There is a tool called the Deck Builder, which you can upload images to, and it creates an image exactly perfect for uploading the entire deck in one shot into Tabletop Simulator. And I'm like, that's really cool. I really wish that wasn't buried away in the files. I really wish we knew how to do that easier. Where is that? Hold on. Alright, comment. Did I not put... Uh, oh, I put Tabletop Simulator on my computer, not in my bulk storage. That's funny. Where was it? It was. Oh my gosh, I gotta find it. Anyway, you can find, if you Google it online, you can find directions to get to the deck creator tool in Tabletop Simulator. Well, was it in resource? No. Okay. If you go to wherever you have your Tabletop Simulator stuff saved, like your Steam apps or whatever, go to Common. In Tabletop Simulator, if you go to the modding folder, there is a folder called Deck Builder. That just has a thing that you can just upload. You can just upload the images to, and it makes a deck in one shot. So yeah, that's a thing for Tabletop Simulator. It makes it a lot simpler for me. I just put a shortcut to it on my desktop just so I can reach it easy. It simplifies a lot of things. Anyway, let's get to the good stuff. Now, I'm a little bit concerned that things might not work out super well because, no, that wasn't the button I wanted. I'm a little bit concerned that things won't work out super well because I've had bad experiences in the past where on my old laptop, because of how it worked with hardware acceleration, I was trying to stream some stuff on Roll20 that I had open in Chrome, and I was like creating a character, and I got all the way through, and because I only had one monitor, I couldn't see what everybody else was seeing. So by the time I went back to look, I realized it had frozen on my OBS, and my OBS was showing the image from the start of the stream, and like throughout the whole stream, it wasn't like I had to like it didn't show anything, and that made that entire like wash of a stream, and it was so frustrating. But now I have the thing where I can keep the chat on top, so I'm hoping that people will tell me if it's not updating stuff as we're making characters. Looks like we're about to get an ad on Twitch, or except for people who don't have Turbo. Let me do. All right, there we go. Cool. Okay. So let's boot it over. Let's try all this stuff out. Let's see if everything works, okay? We are doing this one. Okay, let's do... Oh, that's huge. Why is that so huge? Oh, because I have it on a bigger page now? Oh my gosh. I haven't streamed Chrome in so long that it's just like, yeah, wide page. Big, super wide page. Okay. Let me... let me make sure all of this fits. Black sheep. Okay, cool. That fits. Awesome. Okay. So, let's get started. So, fair point. Give me a second. One second. Yeah, I used to have that fixed on there, but like I haven't done anything on Google Chrome in so long that all of my settings are just like out of whack. Okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. But now at least looks better. Okay. All right. I'm hoping you all will let me know if nothing's changing on the screen. All right. So, yeah, I know, a little bit late. I might have to blur the thing out. I might blur the image out of like the web address and stuff. To the Google Doc. Because I've made some changes to the Google Doc. All right, so this is what we're talking tonight. Perfect Draw, a card game anime role-playing game. Previously called Card Games in Dangerous Places. It is a TTRPG about trading card games where you're playing as a character in a card game anime or card game story. It is an amazing and exciting thing. This is a thing of the Backerkit. There's a link to this page on there on my description. I don't have it anywhere on Twitch. I don't know where I would put it on Twitch. I guess I could kind of put it in the name, but I don't know if I have enough. I don't think I have enough things for the link in the in there. But yeah, it's on my YouTube description of this stream. There's all kinds of great stuff here. And I wanted to just take a second to look at all the stuff that's been unlocked so far. It's fully funded. We've got 4 new playbooks. I a new NPC encounter by 2 new NPC encounters by guest developers. Oh, 3 new NPC encounters. Which that'll be exciting. And the print and play VTT assets are going to be, I hope that they hit that. That is going to be amazing. But this one right here, card games on motorcycles, mechs, and more. I mean, motorcycles, that's cool. Mechs, that's where you got me. That's where you got me. I made a tweet about this earlier, like, do you like TTRPGs? Do you like TCGs? Do you like mechs? If you answer yes to all 3, you should probably consider backing this. And I know it was corny and it was silly, but like I was like, huh? That's what's got me excited. So I just wanted to take a second to point that out. This is what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to be going over the rules for creating NPC encounters and creating NPC characters. I just want to do everything I can to help this project succeed. So I'll close that because we don't need that open. So, yes, I am very excited. I am very excited for the experimental play modes. I'm excited for a lot of things. Millennium Blades. No, not that I know of. I like, yeah, but, so, this is the template we're going to be using as we go. Like I said, we're sticking to the tables tonight. We're going to keep these things relatively simple or like around that description, as needed. Okay, so first character I want to make is going to be just a grunt. There's going to be an evil organization in my world. I haven't named it yet, but they want to use card games for evil. So I don't know what their name is, what their organization name is going to be. I know in the official lore, in the official world for Perfect Draw, they have Net Deck, but I like that name, but I don't want to take that name. I want to come up with something that's for myself. So we'll just say Grunt. This would just be a generic deck. There are a few organizations. You're right, Sawvest. Yep. Dimensional Mechanics, Neo-Athenian Church, Net Deck. Name Standard. Lowly minion of an evil organization. Want to use card games for evil. Evil. Oh, nice, Sylvest. They mostly play to... Yes, I do love the pun that Noel Main had. Standard. The secret third Stan Pines twin. All right, we're going with standard. I'm all about chat interaction. I'm all about having an interactive stream. That's one of the things you get from streaming that you don't get from watching just a regular show, right? Mostly play to conquer their foes. So now we got to give them an archetype name. What is their archetype, their thing that they do? You gotta have some kind of a gimmick. Yes, chat interaction. That is one of the things that as a small streamer I can deliver, and I try to deliver on it whenever I can. Okay. So, I'm thinking like Rattatas and Raticates. From like Team Rocket Grunts. Their archetype's going to be Fury of the Basic. Yeah, it's for a villain. This is for a grunt villain. So I'm thinking I'm going to call their archetype Fury of the Basic. They're going to be a lot of the giant rat that makes all the rules. Exactly, Iris. Exactly. They're going to be a lot of like really strong warriors, not with complicated effects, but whose like only thing is just make strong warrior, attack. Normal type stuff. Make strong warrior, attack. Hold on one second. I got to adjust my seat. One of the things about using a camping chair as my streaming chair is that like the thing that I sit on tends to move around, so I have to like adjust it every once in a while. But that's just like what happens, you know, when you use a camping chair as your gaming chair, right? But yes, the giant rat that makes all the rules. Okay. Spamming high power vanilla. Ooh, that could be interesting, Nabiru. Fill the field with strong warriors and attack. Gimmick, play big monster swing. Lash out against losing. What are some things that this villain would do, what Stan would do, when losing? If Stan is a lowly minion of an evil organization, so, if Stan thought he was losing, would probably do something like try to physically beat up the opponent. I like that, Sylvest. Call for reinforcements. That's a good one, Natten. I like both of those. Okay. All right. So we got to establish a plan to win. So now for the big reveal, the big thing, the plan to win effects. Create a payoff so they could do something to do something that's like a warrior or a strong normal warrior or strong item that pays off a central pattern of the strategy of the deck. Something like overwhelm or an effect that activates when destroyed or inconspicuous. Create an impenetrable threat. Play a strong warrior with up to 3 protection or power increasing effects such as overwhelm, immunity to a card type, inconspicuous, blocker, some amount of piercer or sniper, or the ability to attack directly. Severely disadvantage a player. Play an invocation or a normal warrior or a strong item that makes it difficult to play under a standard manner, such as giving all warriors underwhelm, punishing the opponent if they attack, changing the rules of the card game or anything else, or put a timer on the game. I can't win, but you won't either. Ooh. So you think put a timer on the game? Like, set some kind of like a trap or explosive, be like, this thing's gonna go off in X number of turns. I might have, yeah, it could be cool. So a strong item, but that doesn't really pay off their gimmick. Their gimmick is play big monster swing and buffing their monsters to like hit really hard, right? Let's do, I might save the timer. I might save the timer for the backup plan to win, but for the main plan to win, yeah, I think so. I use Impenetrable Threat a lot, and I feel like Impenetrable Threat is really strong. Like, if the players aren't ready for it, Impenetrable Threat can be, like, really strong to play on the first turn. I've noticed that, like, especially in filler battles, where the player only starts with one card, Impenetrable Threat NPC can be very powerful in how it, like, it can crush the player very quickly, especially if the NPC goes second and they drop that impenetrable threat and then they swing. It is huge. What kind of effects can go off? All right, up to 3 protection effects, such as increasing immunity to a card type, inconspicuous, blocker, or some amount of piercer or sniper. We're going with basic. It says up to 3. So we'll just do a strong warrior with overwhelm that can't be destroyed, that is unaffected by invocations. So it has immunity to a card type. It has overwhelm. I'm not going to give it piercer, because giving it piercer on impenetrable threat is huge. especially in filler battles. It is the boss card. Panic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was all about buffing his monsters with random attack points, and then he had random Luster Shield for his defense. Ooh, that's cool. It doesn't need to have 3 things, so we'll just say immunity to invocations and overwhelm. Since we're going with the rat theme, we'll say Big Rat will be the name of the card. Big Rat. Warrior. Strong. Overwhelm. Not affected by invocations. All right. Big warrior that eats away allies to power up. Ooh, that's a nice one, Noel Main. Yes, it's a big rat. It's a strong warrior with overwhelm, as strong as it gets, and you can't. It's unaffected by invocations. Now, it can be affected by monster effects, by warrior effects, or by item effects, but invocations can't touch it. And it can be affected by staples. Okay. So that's the first one. Normally, you want to give them a plan to win and then a backup plan to win. So we're going to make the backup plan to win be a timer on the game. We're going to put a timer on the game. It's just going to be C4. Actually, it'll be the forbidden C5. It's funny when I type in numbers, my model does its actions. Instead of C4, it's C5. Which is going to be put a timer on the game. Strong item that'll win in X number of turns. Bombastic Basics. Ooh, I like that one. And then only the elite grunts get C6. Exactly. Just a little bit more explosive. The boss gets C7. Yes, I love it. I love it. The boss gets C7. So it's just ba 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 ba. Okay. I am Atomic from Eminence and Shadow. I'm not familiar with that. Can you give me a little description? Atomic. It's where the anti-hero protagonist of the series does magical fission and becomes a living nuke. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right, so it's got C5, Big Rat. I'm not looking at Discord right now. I'm kind of focused on this, but sure, if you want to put it in, I don't know where you would put it. All right, so we've got the 2 plans to win. Got a Big Rat. Got C5. What's funny is this character is mostly going to be playing in NPC battles, so it could do Big Rat, or it could do C5. It's not going to be able to do both. So if it does C5, it's going to be like, dun-dun. You've got actually, I'm gonna put that down as a thing. Whoop. On my notes. Because I don't want to forget that. Might use that as a plot device. Steve. Only held by the boss. Okay. 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 All right. So, this guy, Stan is gonna do either C5 or Big Rat to start with, both of which very powerful. That's gonna be their ace card, their big play. All right, so now for the power card moves. If his whole thing is play big monster swing, right? Actually, since his boss card is immune to invocations, could even do either a 4 or a 5. Actually, could do a 4 to play an invocation that like is kind of like a field wipe, but it won't affect the base the rat. Let's do so we got big rat, right? 1 to 2 features that make it a threat to the player, such as actually strong. Let's create, so we've got big rat. Let's make angry rat. It's going to be a strong warrior. Yes, the rat is unfazed. Exactly. The rat is unfazed. So I want to create a new threat, probably a normal warrior with overwhelm. That's just a smaller rat. So we'll make a smaller rat that's going to be a normal warrior with that same thing that it's unaffected by invocations. But it's also going to have overwhelm. So it can swing hard. It's a basic character. Not a lot of like unique stuff. But I like that thing about like not being affected by invocations and then having invocations that like do like board wipes and stuff. Actually, we're gonna have fun with it. There's big rat, and then there's not as big rat. So it's still a threat. Not affected by invocations. So it's got big rat and not as big rat. Oh my gosh. One of the simple card moves has to be play a normal warrior, and that's going to be a respectably sized rat, a moderately sized sun. I love it. But yeah, got to do one of the simple card moves. Needs to be, I make my simple card moves into staples as kind of a thing to make myself kind of try different things, and I make a bunch of them. So I usually make like 6 simple card moves for an NPC, just so that way I have a wide variety of things, since I make them staple, so I can't cast them repeatedly every turn. So I'm always casting something different for the NPC. We're gonna do the create a normal warrior is gonna be called normally sized rat, staple, normal warrior. Okay. So we've got, and then it's going to have one of the other ones is going to be called small rat. With blocker. Create weak warrior with blocker. Okay. We kind of skipped ahead a little bit, but that just is kind of like you make this stuff that all flows together. You know what I mean? So we've got big rat, not as big rat, normally sized rat, and small rat. Okay. So I'm thinking some kind of a thing where like rats live in sewers. So another power card move we could use. We've done create a new threat. I don't want to do too many of the same thing. I don't want to do, like, I want to have one of each, not like a bunch of stuff. I think the third one's going to be Dawdle. Okay, we're going to have remove the immediate problems. Is going to be an invocation. Destroy all warriors on the field. Gonna have no simple moves. No simple card moves. Rat Bite Blast. Ooh, I like it. I was gonna do something like Rat Poison. But Rat Bite Blast sounds cool. And then last one's gonna be Dawdle. Actually. I'm going to make Dawdle into an actual card. I think that's funny. But I'm not going to call it Dawdle. Swarm of Rats. Play 4 simple card moves. All right. We've got 3 power card moves, got 2 plan to wins. Rat Bite Blast is just funny. Big Rat. Rat Bite Blast. Wah. Yes, the Swarm. Exactly, Iris. The Swarm. I want to get... I normally like to get 6 of these. 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. I normally like to get 6 simple card moves. So we've got call normally sized rat, call small rat. Let's look at the rest of these. Ooh, target warrior your opponent controls loses all text until the start of your next turn. Okay. Become basic. How's the wording on this? Target warrior opponent controls loses all text. Okay. Throw a pumpkin spice latte at target warrior. Exactly, Sylvester. Target warrior and opponent controls loses all text. Okay. Become basic. That's funny. And because I'm going to have play 4 simple card moves. Can be duplicates as long as so. Could just swarm with an army of rats. But could be an army of rats that throw pumpkin spice lattes at people. What else have we got here? Gain 1 life. I'm gonna go for that one. Eat the rat. Ooh. Ba 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 ba. Oh, Reverse Plague is kind of nice, Noel Main. Strengthen a warrior you control till end of turn. Oh, whoop. End of turn. Okay. I kind of like Reverse Plague. That's actually really funny. Reverse Plague, gain 1 life. So. One more. Even though the book and some people use brackets for mechanics, there are others that use parentheses. Yeah. Whenever I make cards in Card Conjurer, I normally use less than and greater than signs, because if you use the brackets, it like sometimes changes the font in Card Conjurer and it gets really weird and makes it so my group has just opted to use the less than and greater than symbols. Parentheses usually? Okay. I like this Sacrifice a Warrior because you're gonna have a bunch of rats from using your Call Rats abilities. So, all right, Solvist, it was great having you. I hope to see you. I don't know if I don't know how long you're going to be for dinner, but if you decide to come back, I'll be streaming till about 11:30 EST is normally around whenever I end. So I don't know what that is where you are, but if you decide to come back, it would be great to see you again, and it's great having you. And also, I like to send all of my viewers off with positive affirmations. So, Solvist, I want you to know that I think you're a wonderful person who makes this world a better place. I think you are valuable and worthy of love, and that you are deserving of happiness and good things. And I am grateful to live in a world with you in it. Rat sacrifice. Okay, that was the... Sacrifice a warrior you control to destroy a warrior your opponent controls with less or equal strength. Okay. Hey, it's no problem. I normally do that at the end of my stream, but whenever someone tells me that they're going, I try to give them some affirmation, just because they won't be here for the end of the stream. So we got rat sacrifice is a staple. So we've got 6 staples. Ooh, Rodent's Ritual. Look at you, Noel Main. That's a good one. Rodent's Ritual. All right. So now we've got... It's funny, this started as Big Rat as a play on Raticate from Team Rocket Grunts. But it kind of grew and evolved into something more. That's actually really funny. How it just kind of grew and evolved into something more. And we've got this now. Let's flesh out this character a little bit. Yes, Rattata has taken over the format. All fear the rat. Imagine if there was a card here that forces you to attack your own monsters. That is a card that that does exist in Perfect Draw. That is one of the example cards where you make 2 warriors battle with each other. So you can make 2 enemy warriors duke it out. That's funny if you see things as Rattatas. But what's funny is the Rat Bite Blast will destroy the normally sized rats and the small rats. But it won't destroy the not as big rat and the big rat. So it's not completely broken here. But let's flesh this character out a little bit before we move on to the next character. I'm glad we were able to make one. Just do not make the card that turns things into a rat. That'd be insta-banned. Ooh. I had a thought. No, I'm not sure if that would work. What if... No, that would be too much. That would be too powerful. I was gonna say... What if instead of Big Rat for the plan to win, make it like Rat Totem or like Rat... One-hit KO, Thief of Crowns, Bandit Alm teacher, because the one... That's funny. I just had a thought about, like, instead of having an impenetrable threat, what if I create a payoff and create a strong item that says Rat Warriors are unaffected by invocations. And then it doesn't have a strong overwhelm Big Rat, right? Its biggest rat will be a normal with overwhelm, right? Actually, I might make that a I don't know, I'd have to rebalance, I'd have to redo probably have it do 2 simple card moves instead. So then they play the totem or whatever, the rat symbol, and then they make their rats and they rat bite blast. But I don't know if that's too strong, because between the strengthen a rat thing and all of that, if you have rats that the opponent can't invocation get rid of, and you can just have a one-way board wipe, I feel like that's going to be too strong. And that just gets like that'd be kind of like a boss level threat, right? That would be a boss level threat of, you have to destroy this item. Because if you don't destroy this item, the rats are going to wipe you out. I don't know. Yeah, that feels like a boss level item. That wouldn't be something Stan would use. I'll put that in my notes. Per turn? Yeah, they can only make one power move per turn. So, their first turn would be play the rat totem, and then probably play a normal-sized rat. And then... yeah, it's a 3-turn setup. It is a 3-turn setup. You're right about that, Natten. It is a 3-turn setup. Then they play their what will now be the big rat. And then they're like building up more rats. And then they rat bite blast. And then swing and then run at you with everything. And in the meantime, the players can't use invocations to get rid of the rats. So they're going to need to use warriors, items, or staples. Or they have to like, I'd probably give that item like inconspicuous or something. So they'd need to use something to get rid of it. Let me see here. Create payoff. From protection, overwhelm, or an effect that makes it... yeah, I'd probably give it inconspicuous. Yeah. I'm going to put that as a third. I'm going to put that as a... a few nasty strong cards, but they're stuck on Ojamas. I'm gonna put that over here, just to have it written down. Rat warriors are unaffected by invocation. So then you play... it's not bad. Actually, this doesn't have to be... okay. It'll be a lot of simple card moves. So it's just going to be using its staples. It's just going to be using its staples to do stuff. So not as Big Rat is just a normal warrior with Overwhelm. Big Rat is the only one that's unaffected by invocations. So, Stan can, on the start of his turn, on the first turn, open with the Big Rat. Can open with the Big Rat and then have a big thing that's immune to Rat Bite Blast, because then you have Big Rat, and then next turn you Rat Bite Blast. So you would Big Rat, plain normal Rat, then on the next turn Rat Bite Blast. So that's a 2-turn setup. Rat Totem is Rat Totem, not as Big Rat, play 2 more normal rats. And then on the 3rd turn, you play Rat Bite Blast. And that would require them to have not... Oh, it needs inconspicuous. Almost forgot that. Okay. Okay. So it has inconspicuous. I think we got a pretty nice fleshed out thing. It's got a bunch of stuff about using simple card moves. Got a good range of simple card moves. Okay. All right. Is that is it pronounced Jesus? Jesus Mendoza? Something like that. We're making a generic grunt NPC based on Rattata and Raticate. This is a grunt for the evil organization. Well, welcome in, Jesus. Yeah, this is an NPC named Stan Dard, because he's standard. And it's about rats and normal warriors and using a lot of simple card moves. Something like that. All right. Change it to something weak like Zubats or Ekans. Ooh, that's a good one, Jesus. I was actually thinking about that. The bat one could be things that fumble the opponent. Ooh. Ooh, could do something like that. Arbok is just a thing where I would say, yeah, I'm cooking up villains. We're exploring the NPC rules. Oh, oh, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Jesus. Welcome to the Star Hunters, where we shoot through the stars, have wonderful adventures, live our dreams, and always stop to enjoy the memes. Thank you for coming aboard, and I am grateful to have you. Arbok is more useful. Grunt gameplay real. Oh my gosh. All right. If we're doing grunts, I gotta do a grunt mech character. I gotta do a character that is like piloting a grunt mobile suit, like a GM or something. It's so silly. And it makes no sense. I'd probably use the regalia effect. So we've got Standard, who Magnemites. I want to put one quirk. I want to put one thing. Rat suit, rat suit. You're encouraging me, Iris. All right. I want to put one quirk to Stan. One like odd. What could be an odd quirk for like a personality quirk? Ratbot. Yes. I'll probably do that on the next grunt. Has pet rats. Loves cheese. Ooh. I have a thought. What if, because Natten said has pet rats. He loves monologuing, but this is supposed to be a lowly grunt. Oh my gosh, what if I have in my game like some Team Rocket type foes that like they're technically working for the bad guys, but like they're so bad at being bad that they end up helping. Oh my gosh. Wait. So bad at being bad, they end up helping. You're right, Iris. Some things just get overheard. You're right, Jesus. Loves monologuing. Did I misspell monologuing? Oh, loves to monologue. Oh. Is super proud of his organization. He's such a rat, he even rats out his own boss. All right. So Stan loves his organization. loves to monologue and sometimes gives away the plan and says stuff he shouldn't. Good, good. This came together really well. It's based around using a lot of simple moves, a lot of simple card moves, to swarm the field and do a variety of different effects. Playing warriors and attacking, or just destroying warriors. Yeah, this came out pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, I could use this in a lot of different places. Yeah, I could use this character for a standard for multiple types of grunts. Not right now, Jesus. I wanna keep it flowing. All right. Let's move on to NPC 2. Before I do NPC 2, actually, let me change the name of this one. Standard. Okay. Let me make a copy of this. There we go. Cool. All right. All right. So this one, I was thinking this one be, so if we got, Stan is the one that's all about like the rats and the swarming the field with lots of rats and really strong rats. Oh my gosh, Nabiru. So we've got Stan. I was thinking, so if Stan is the bombastic, outgoing one that like tells on them because of his love of monologuing, then I'd have someone who's like more reserved. Well, I want to do the Zubat one. Then again, they all could be bombastic and outgoing and loud. It's a card game story. Ooh, I like that one, Jesus. I like that, Sylvester. Well, welcome back. I thought, but yeah, put some of the general staples as simple card moves. That's an interesting idea, Sylvester. But I like Norman Alonso. Yeah, as soon as I started saying it, Sylvester, I remembered you said you'll be in and out. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Norman Alonso. But my basic is, I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Basek. Might use that for the next one. Oh, I'll put that on the next one. Why did it not open? Should have opened the thing. Oh, did I hit cancel? I hit cancel, didn't I? Yeah, I hit cancel instead of go. Okay. Okay. Gotta have a female character. Okay. Norman Alonzo. I want this one to be kind of like a character named Mundane Man, average young man in imagery, not to lose. I'm gonna try not. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking I want this character to be more of like a soldiery character. Norman, the normal gym leader. Oh my gosh. Is that actually, wait, hold on. Is Norman Alonzo actually a character name? I don't want to use a name that is like a direct name from like Pokemon or something. Not that like I would get in trouble, but like I don't want to build that association. Is that actually a name? Okay. Oh, okay. He's the protag's dad. Okay. Okay, well, I love it. With Domu. Huh. Specializes in tripping up his enemies. And best worst villain name Duamu. His English subtitle and dub name is Pervahat. Okay. Alright. He specialized in tripping up his enemies. So there's one thing that, like, the whole thing about fumbling always confuses me, right? Because, like, you fumble the enemy, so you tell them if they do this thing, it gets countered, right? For the first time they do this thing on their turn, it gets countered. But, like, the wording always says that opponent fumbles, but then you're telling them what's gonna, I don't know. Just feels weird in my brain. But Thinking strategically. You got auto-modded? What? Oh no. Stovis said that they got auto-modded. Oh. I don't have my Twitch thing. It'll probably Stream Elements. That opponent for the innovatable commander format. Oh my gosh. Huh. Oh, you did mention that earlier, Sawvest. That's where I'd heard that before. I remember you mentioned that before. Blah, blah, blah. Setting traps. It's so weird how outthink is spelled. Lash out against losing. Yeah, English is Become Warrior doing a Valen deck. I'm not familiar with Valen. So in the full rules, there's this card called, I think it's like Regalia of Royalty or something, with this effect that some people refer to as a Regalia effect, which is where you become a warrior. Royal Regalia, yeah. And I really like it. One of my players is, at least one of my players is using it in our streamed game that we're putting together. And I really like it. Like if I was being a player, I would build the deck revolving around using the Regalia effect, where you turn into, it's an item that turns you into a warrior. See, lash out against losing, threaten something the opponent cares about. Use the baggage against them. Okay. So this guy he's going to be wearing his Sonic armor. And that's going to be his first thing, right? His plan to win. Villain in season 3 that fights Joey also arguably duels Joey. Oh, okay. Oh, is that the one who, like, all of his cards are actually, like, weapons and he's the one fighting him? Yeah, something like that. Actually, that's a... well, I'm planning to. I'm putting together a game. We're planning to stream it. We're still in the planning. We're pretty far in the planning stages. Like 3 out of 4 of the players have their decks completed, and we're just trying to nail down what we want the stream to look like, and like how we're going to do it. Because like I had a plan originally, but like as we started to get a feel for the game, I realized how I originally wanted it to look wouldn't super work. All right. So we're going to say severely disadvantage a player is going to be a strong item that turns him into a strong warrior. That's in, yeah. His cards are like gauntlets and stuff that he punches Joey's monsters. It's awesome. I admittedly jumped straight into streaming it, but now I'm redoing the layout entirely. Oh, cool. I plan to also run my Perfect Draw game, but it may just be a one-on-one game with a good friend of mine unless I can find and potentially vet more players. That is always the challenge, Sylvest. It's funny, whenever I brought together my group of my friends for doing our game, I realized none of them know each other and they all just know me. So then it was just trying to get people to like feel comfortable knowing each other. I think I'll do create a payoff. Strong item plays into the central play strategy, turning him into a warrior. Give it inconspicuous. And say it turns him into a strong warrior. Okay. 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 Sonic armor is the first thing, turns him into a strong warrior. That's cool. It's great whenever you're able to build friends through gaming. Alright, so that's its thing. Which means they need to be either a strong warrior or a strong... They need to be a strong warrior or a strong warrior with... either a strong warrior or a strong warrior with overwhelm. I don't think I'm going to give him a backup plan. Like, that's his main move, is Sonic armor, where he turns into a warrior and he's fighting. So like, if he gets to play his plan again, he'd probably just play Sonic armor again. Okay. Having the most luck with past campaigns, my longest running D&D game, which is a year and a half, had 5 different players leave within the first 3 months of the campaign. Ooh, that's rough, Sylvest. Okay. So that's the Sonic armor. That's Norman's plan to win. He turns into a strong warrior. It'd be funny if that's his only warrior. Everything else is invocations and items. And like Sonic Armor 2. Yes, exactly, Iris. Could do. Well, no. So, Sonic Armor. Ooh, Supersonic Armor. Sky Striker. Oh no, not the Sky Striker reference. Supersonic Armor? Yeah, it gets really rough, Iris. I could have a Supersonic Armor, like a backup armor. Maybe it'll be, instead of being a strong warrior, it turns you into a normal warrior, but it has an extra effect to it. Ooh. Six more years of Ray. So, to clarify, with Supersonic Armor, the warrior doesn't have inconspicuous, the armor does. But the warrior is just a regular strong warrior. Really? Sky Striker got her own manga? That's funny. Inconspicuous. Oh goodness. Turns you into a normal warrior, but so you're a normal warrior. But it'll have some kind of a side effect. Only 2 of the players that were left on the amicable. Some just ghosted the campaign, and some I had to eventually kick due to being disruptive in the overall party dynamic, both in character and out of character, as well as being frequently tardy or absent from sessions. That's rough. What would be a cool effect for turning into a... Yes. Well, no. So, the thing is, you can't destroy a player. So if the player becomes a warrior, that is a warrior that is indestructible. But instead of being destroyed by, like, an attack, you take damage. And you have to destroy the armor in order to make him not a warrior anymore. But the Sonic Armor doesn't give overwhelm. And normal warrior. Fumble the player. I don't have the full text here, but basically, in order for someone to deal damage to you, they have to beat you in a clash. And then instead of your warrior being destroyed, you just take damage, as if they'd attack you directly. And the warrior can't be effect destroyed because you can't effect destroy a player. But you can effect destroy the item, and if you destroy the item, the warrior stops being... I mean, the player stops being a warrior. No, I didn't give Supersonic Armor... I gave it that it can fumble an opponent. once per turn. So it picks something and says if they do that thing, they fumble. So supersonic armor only makes a normal warrior, but the normal warrior has an effect that it can fumble an opponent, which makes them, you just say, if you do this thing, I counter it. Which is arguably stronger. That is, though, like, that is arguably stronger for someone who's all about setting traps and outthinking opponents. Oh, okay. No problem, Jesus. Though giving it piercing would be funny. Well, it's an... Wait, yeah, it's... Weak, normal, strong. Yeah. Yes, become a dude with a single Omni negate. Ooh, giving piercing should be an invocation. That should be good. That would be good, Salvest. Because he's all about outthinking his opponents. And piercing also works backwards, which is really funny. So if you have piercing and someone clashes with you and they lose the clash, you poke them with the piercing damage because they've like thrust themselves upon your spear. Which is why attacking a warrior with piercing is so dangerous, because if something goes horribly wrong, you're having a bad time. Let's see, let's look at the power card moves. Yes, phrasing. Yes, piercing definitely comes in clutch. Once had a case where two warriors with piercing tied in a clash, and I determined it was mutual destruction, taking out the last life of both. Oh my gosh, that just sounds epic, Salvest. I could do create an advantage as a power card move. Create a strong item that, like, while it's on the field, gives the warrior piercing instead of an invocation. Like an equip card. Oh. But you still take the damage intensifies, yes. I'll probably say piercing 1, because I don't want to go for overkill with piercing 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, not the Ring of Destruction. Ooh, that sounds epic, Savest. You know, I will try Invocation, because, like, having it constantly beyond seems like a bit much. We're playing a little bit hard and loose with the rules. Oh yeah, I know. They're 7 Beckers away from the mix. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping against hope. I made a tweet being like, hey, if you like card games and TCGs and TTRPGs and mechs, you should back this. I really want those mech rules. Did I forget to use a simple card move for these? No. Oh yeah, no, that I put. Okay. That would be protect your game plan. Yeah. Yeah, be Invocation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love Zoids. I am a huge Zoids fan. I've been working on a project to introduce Zoids into Lancer. I don't know if you've heard of Lancer. It's another TTRPG. I am whoa Nelly. I love Zoids. So Invocation. That's one simple card move. Yeah, one simple card. All right. Yeah, I've been working on making player Zoids and NPC stuff for Lancer. I don't know how to tell you, but we're friends now. Well, nah, Beirut, they were piloting, they were driving motorcycles and hover bikes. Okay, there we go. Hyperspeed, you have 1 warrior, piercing. Should be piercing 1 or piercing 2. I think piercing 1. Because it can be any warrior. So just go poop, piercing 1. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Sawdust. Okay. Alright, now let's get to the actual thing where it's all about tripping up the enemy and Crow's bike is basically a mech. Yeah. Well, like, some of the enemies in the game have piercing too. Hey, hero girls! How are you doing? Okay. Ooh, that's cool. You're Sleemby? Oh, how was your stream? Weren't you doing a stream earlier today? Well-laid plans. This one's going to be... Oh yeah, you're doing the Madden game, right? We'll do disrupt players' plans. Gives one warrior underwhelm. I like that. Mm-hmm. Will this have any protection for this? I don't think so. Do the fireball staple as a simple card move. It could be him pulling a... Oh, that's so funny. That's so true, Sylvest. Okay. Once per turn, give a warrior your opponent controls underwhelm until the start of your next turn. So you can give someone underwhelm, which is funny. And subjugation module. Ooh, that's a good name, Sylvest. Features of the suit. Ooh, I like it. Power card moves. Want to create some kind of advantage. Could do a create advantage. We did protect your game plan. Did disrupt players' plans. Redirect an attack to another enemy monster, maybe? Ooh, that could be something. Since it's all about, like, since it's all about well-laid plans and traps and, like, kind of like a Batman thinking, I'm thinking, like, kind of always having a plan for everything, a contingency plan. The protect game plan, disrupt players' plans. Could do... Oh, wow. It's almost 11 o'clock. Holy cow. We flew through that. I think since this is supposed to be kind of a grunt character, I'm gonna go with Doddle again. Except I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna make it a thing. A fog effect? Huh. I could treat that. Bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! Might be good here. When your life hits 0, you summon a monster, and as long as it's out, you're still in the game. I actually, I got something. I got something. Ba 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 ba. Overplanning comedically. Ooh, I like that one, Jesus. I could do that. I was gonna do flash grenade and do a thing where he like makes two warriors, like the idea that like you're so confused you can't see where you're going, so it makes two warriors attack each other. I think I'm gonna go with that though. I could always dawdle, but I don't need a card for it. But we're doing remove a it's invocation. Ba 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 ba. No strength. Flash grenades himself. Oh no, not the flash grenades himself. Okay, here we go. Oh no, it's not sacrifice. If it was an item, I could make it sacrifice. I might change it. I might be a little bit flexible here. Instead of having it be an invocation, have it be an item. So I want it to not only stop an attack, but I want it to make the attack hit each other. I want to make two things attack each other. So I could either have it be an invocation that when you play it, you make two opposing warriors attack each other and battle each other, and clash, or make it an item that sacrifice whenever an opponent's warrior attacks, you redirect that attack to something else. Because you're setting off the flash grenade. Or I actually do what I was originally planning to do, which was play with fumble. Item that only triggers when opponents attack, but supersonic armor can make people fumble, so they always attack. Well, supersonic armor can only make them fumble once per turn. And also, you have to say on your turn, then like what's going to cause them to fumble. That's the thing with fumble. I do it on my turn, but the effect is like floating on your turn. So it's kind of like a counter spell, but it's like a counter spell that you know is there. So the next time a warrior opponent controls attacks, they fumble. So we got the flash grenade to stop the attacks. You can give them underwhelm, which is funny. You can give yourself piercing so you can punch hard. All right, now let's get to the simple card moves. Let's get a little creative with these. Let's get a little bit creative with these. Battle Mania, that was forces enemy monsters to attack and they must attack if possible. That's funny. UA style athlete deck. Okay. All right, so let's do some. I do like that idea of pulling from some of the player staples, and I am going to pull from that. Say Hyper Blast, deal 1 damage to target opponent. I don't know if I should put a restriction on that. Well, if it's a staple, you can't do it more than 2 turns. Can't do it more than 1 turn in a row. So we're playing with that. Ooh, that's cool. I already have something that gives an opponent underwhelm. I have subjugation module. Let's see. Probably play because this deck doesn't have a whole lot of ways to deal damage. And it needs the subjugate. Well, it doesn't really need the subjugation module. That's the only thing that would need blocking. Ooh. Loses all text. It's a warrior card. Warrior, okay. Okay. So we got Sonic Disruption, Hyper Blast, Med kit. Gain 1 life. Not a lot of these apply because he's all about fighting for himself. Might tweak this and say instead of weak warrior with blocker, say weak item with blocker. Ooh, I got an idea. So he creates a weak item with blocker that can chump block if somebody's attacking him. So that goes into the whole not summoning other warriors, right? So he's got his call shields where he creates a weak item with blocker. That's good. Could do strengthen a warrior because that would give him overwhelm. If it would give, yeah, strengthen a warrior would be good for either one. Yeah. Fun thought, tried comboing Diabell Star with the Fruit Magician Girls. Huh. Staple that gives double strike. That's really strong, but I like it. So the fun thing is, you've got this number 8, play an invocation that produces a minor benefit based on your gimmick / plan to win. I'm making it a staple instead of an invocation, and that is where you can kind of fit whatever you need. And his whole thing is about attacking himself. So I think that would fit. Witchcrafter, Golem, Aru 2. If spellcaster's target, use Special It and bounce an enemy mon. Oh, okay. What would I call it? What should I call it? Hyper Blast, Sonic Disruption, Med Kit, Call Shields. What's a good thing for a power-up thing that lets him attack twice for one turn? Could just call it Double Strike. I'll call it Sonic Kick. Because he kicks you so hard, you blow up twice. Striking Surge. Ooh, I like that one, Jesus. What about Sonic Surge? Because he's all about... this was originally inspired by Zubat. So... the inspiration for this character started with... okay, we have a Rattata, so what about a Zubat? Zubat... Confusion Ray, the Supersonic, confusing enemies, fumble, plan, outthink, and I just went, okay, outthink, what about a soldier who's tactically trained? And then I'm like, soldier, but I really want to get someone transforming into like armor, and like playing with like, I originally was going to go for like playing a mech, but then I kind of settled for like power armor. And so now it's a thing where it kind of became kind of a Batman-y character, always having a plan, having answers for every situation, and having all kinds of gadgets and gizmos. Yes, Zubat being the Voltron deck. I don't know, because it has the special, like the more creative, simple card moves. I might agree with you there, but it's like it is there. Kind of a rogue, Iris. It's kind of a rogue. It doesn't set the like. Literally Zubat Pokemon. Like it doesn't set up like it doesn't set up like I win in X number of turns kinds of things. It's still trying to win by fighting. It's only ever going to have one warrior on the field at a time. It's only ever going to have one warrior. And ooh, what's that wall keyword? My one problem is that, like, if he loses his sonic armor in he needs a backup armor. I think I might change Flash Grenade into because I got protect your game plan, I got disrupt players plans. Oh, it's just like the item has to be attacked before attacking directly. This deck is all about being tactical, but actually they just think they're smart, which is functionally like blocker on an item. He's so confident he doesn't think he needs a backup. Ooh. Ooh. And even if you destroy the sonic armor, he can hyper blast and poke for damage. An item with this keyword must be destroyed before your opponent can attack you directly. Okay. That's a cool one. That's why he's still a grunt. He can still fire his hyper blaster even if his armor gets destroyed. So that's his way to like survive. If his armor gets destroyed, he's just firing his hyper blaster and hoping for dear life that works. Like, I could be cheeky and do a dawdle and like fire hyper blaster 4 times, but I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. I'd say if he tried to dawdle, he'd have to play 4 different staples. But yeah, his way of dealing damage is going to be using the hyper blast if nothing else works. And that's why he's still a grunt, because he thinks he doesn't need backup armor. A sci-fi gun. I was thinking of it kind of like, do you remember in, what was it? I think it was, why does this guy feel more balanced than a lot of actual enemies? What was it? I think it was Captain America Winter Soldier, when Tony Stark had that gauntlet that he could use to fire the sonic blast. That's what I'm thinking of it. Like a single gauntlet that he can use to fire a little poke. He can just fire a poke. He does have 2 armors. It's just like outside of a filler battle. Ooh, that's his thing. Ooh. That gives me an idea. That gives me an idea. But, so here's the thing. He has 2 armors, but they're both plans to win. Which means in a filler battle, he's never going to get to use his second armor, right? So, the whole thing is that he's so overconfident in his plans and his planning. He thinks if you're a filler opponent and it's a low stakes battle, he's like, I don't even need it. So that's why he doesn't play it, right? But if it's a serious battle or a thing, then he'll play his second armor. And then he becomes an absolute menace. Every turn, just fumbling the opponent every turn, like saying you don't get to do a thing every single turn. Is very dirty. You thought the strong warrior was a problem. Well, like between that, yes, he thinks he's in. Ooh, once the second armor is destroyed, he would actually, yes. And sometimes he actually is him, you know? I like that, Sylvest. If someone destroys both armors, he starts to panic. Right. That's where he has the subjugation module, he has the hypersonic blast, right? He has the different modules, but he can't actually attack anymore. He can only attack using the hyper blast. Like his hyperspeed invocation becomes completely dead. So he's just gonna be throwing down flash grenades and he's just going to be throwing down flash grenades to stop the opponent from attacking. Uh... Then he actually panics. Ooh. My armor doesn't protect me, it protects you from me. I think it's just Hey, the Raven 20, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so we made 2 NPCs. Though to be fair, in a filler battle, he is an absolute menace. Like, he can definitely wallop his opponents. He can wallop really hard. So sometimes he can be that epic warrior. But like most of the time, he's just a dude. All right. Mm-hmm. Because he's just normal. I can't wait to use these in my games. I'm definitely inserting these as characters. They might not fit this exact, like, archetype. He's not ready for your token teamwork deck. No, he is not. You will swarm him and attack him so many times that his flash grenade cannot save him. His flash grenade cannot save him. But I mean, that hyper speed plus hyper blast is kind of a brutal combo. Gives himself piercing 1, swings, and then hyper blast pokes you for 1. Have him just pop in the background and make some snark comment, then vanish if he doesn't fit the current setting. Oh my gosh. That's true, Sawvest. And I think that's what makes it so unique, is that, like, so while, in order to build this character, with the exception of like the regalia effect and some of the specifics, right, we still stuck to the base outline that was given in the Perfect Draw rules, but it created a vastly different character in both feeling and effect. And like, we've got Stan over here, who's all about the rats, swarming with rats. Oh my gosh, torqued to death. Yeah, every gimmick has its strengths and weaknesses. Like, you've got this one that's all about the swarm of rats. And just like blasting through the enemy rats. Blasting through the enemy with your swarm of rats. And you've got this one that's about having one big warrior that just punches really hard. Constant restands, constant attacks. Oh my gosh. Well, he can do that with the Sonic Surge. Wham, wham. Wham, wham, wham. Ooh. Actually. Ew. Hyperspeed plus Sonic Surge is kind of dirty. I gotta remember to not do that, because that's a bit OP. I'll probably combine hyper speed with power up. You're right, because Stan always beats him. Because the sonic armor can't stand up to the big rat. The big rat wins the clash against the sonic armor. And, that's so perfect. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, Gravy, it has been a great stream. It is time to wind down for the night. Ooh. Power levels over 9,000. Exactly the Raven 20. This does not count. I was facing Stan and then walks away in a huff. Just imagine the two of them working together in a team battle, though. Stan and Norm working together where, like, you've got Stan creating this, like, army of rats, and then you've got Norm just being a menace with the power armor. But thank you all for coming to tonight's stream. It was an absolute blast to have you all here. Yes, it was great having you. I don't always do TTRPG content. I do it from time to time. I also do gaming content. I am a variety streamer, but I love TTRPGs. I hope you stick around for some of my other content too. And yeah, it was great having all of you. We had so many people here tonight. I know there was like the big draw because, yes, Norm the absolute beatdown king. Yes, good luck to my player characters. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. And thank you, Iris, for giving me permission to show the establish a plan to win. I think you were the one I messaged. Yeah. My memory's crazy sometimes. But thank you for giving me permission to show that, because this stream would not have worked super well if I couldn't show that. Ooh, combo crazy with each other like in tag duels? Yeah, that would be really interesting. Yes, my player characters will have to figure out what to do about Stan and Norm. No problem. Well, yeah, I will definitely let you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. And it was great. It was great having you all. I think this is one of my more lively streams I've had in a while. Which is nice. But yeah, I don't know, Jesus, about those combo moves. Like, there could be some combo moves. And that's the thing, whenever you're in a team battle, like, can the things that say you control... What's enshrouded? Is that another one of the community keywords? Like, Stan can't do plays because he has a non-rat, and Norm can't do plays because there's two or more creatures. Oh, so what if they trip over each other? Oh, that's a funny thought, Jesus. Arito Hassle, Arito Elite. Non-bow, not combo. Oh, I thought you mistyped combo. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Its Shroud from MTG cannot be targeted by card effects, but can still be targeted by non-targeting effects. So basically, you still get hit with board wipes. Erito. Only cares about being elite and those with elite families. Like, all else is a hassle. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We got the Jesse, we got the James. Now I gotta make the Meowth. Or I'll make the boss. Make the boss some kind of a super robot deck. Oh my gosh. Ah. Ooh, that's a good idea. Anyway. Let's get ready to wind down for the night. Let me open Lay Twitch. Thank you. That was not the button I wanted at all. Okay, and I know I'm live. Mm-hmm. Okay. Black sheep. Let me see who is live so we can figure out who we're gonna raid for Twitch. That is really cool. Sylvest. We could do Roomba, but I've done Roomba a bunch. I want to watch Roomba. I enjoy watching Roomba. Oh. You could. You absolutely could. You absolutely, positively could. Kaiba built a sky elevator, spent millions just to duel Yugi. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So what's funny is whenever I'm streaming, right, it's because I use Restream, I'll get a notification in my chat to let me know whenever I've reached 100 chats, 100 people saying 100 things said in chat between the two chats. And normally it's like it's really close to like when I hit that towards the end of stream, but tonight we hit that really fast, which was really interesting, having so many people and a lot of ideas pouring in. You all gave me such great names. You all gave me such great names. All right, so I think we're gonna do Let me check on Roomba. See how Roomba's doing Kingsfield. Yep. Okay. Roomba's just started. Okay. So, what I like to do is like to name out everybody who came through and say thank you to all of you and speak some words of affirmation about each and every one of you. So, to Nabiru, to Jesus, to Iris, to Natin, to Sylvest, to Noel Main. Who else did we have in here? I'm scrolling through the chat right now. I thought we had... I know Silva was here somewhere. Probably doing more Final Fantasy XIV raids. Hero Girls. And I know the Raven 20 was here. And yep, you were here, Raven 20. Also have an OP PTW deck. Oh. To all of you, I say to all of you, I love all of you, and I believe in each and every one of you. I think that you all are truly special, one-of-a-kind, and unique individuals. I believe that you all make this world a better place by living in it in your own unique, one-of-a-kind way. Thank you for coming to my stream. Thank you for being a part of my community. Thank you for making my life and the lives of others better by existing. I believe that each one of you is a valuable and worthwhile person to know, that your hopes, your dreams, your fears, and concerns are valid and worthy of notice, that you are worthy of love and deserving of good things and happiness. Thank you for coming to my stream. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being amazing. One thing I do ask, if you're watching on YouTube, is to like the stream. It helps the algorithm with pushing it out to other people. If you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed me yet, feel free to follow. If you have any friends, neighbors, aunts, uncles, relatives, anyone, best friends, arch nemesis, arch enemy, if you have anyone you think might enjoy my content, feel free to show them my content. Oh my gosh, I just realized the ad started. I'm in the middle of my outro and the ad started. All right, well, if you have anyone you think might enjoy my content, feel free to show them my content and invite them to the next stream. Next stream is going to be Monday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Don't quite know what I'm going to do yet. I will post it on social medias. But that's funny. Hey, that's how I end my streams, Jesus. I like to speak words of affirmation because I believe it's important for each of us to speak positivity into each other's lives, to lift each other up, and to always be a source of positivity for one another. Now, I do ask you you share my content because I'm always looking for new people to be in the community. It's always great having more people here. And why I should have been looking at when the next ad was. I should have ran the ad before I did my outro. Okay, here we go. All right, so y'all should be back from the ad. But like I was saying, if you have anyone you think might enjoy my content, for show them and invite them to the next stream. I think that's what I said. I think that's all I said during the ad. If you want to keep up with me on social media, you can follow me on X or Twitter. You can follow me on Blue Sky Social. You can subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitch. Or you could even like my Facebook page. I do have a Facebook page. Links to all of those are in the description on YouTube and in the About panel on the About page on my Twitch. One other last thing. You do not have to donate to be here. You do not have to give money to be a part of this community. I value each and every person who has donated and given money and helped me out with things in the past and made things possible for me. I value each and every one of you. But I also want you all to know that I still value all of you and I care about all of you, no matter what. No, it's not, Iris. No, it's not. But if you ever feel motivated to donate to improve the stream, to improve my life, to help me out with any number of things, and it is financially responsible for you to do so, there are links where you can do that in the description on YouTube and on the donate panel on Twitch. I've set up some Ko-Fi monthly donation things that you can do if you want to, if you feel like helping me out repeatedly. There's not like rewards for those as of yet, but it's just something if you feel like helping. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for coming. And let's get ready to raid. That was not the button I wanted at all. Ba 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 ba. Okay. I don't think Sweets is live. No. Okay. Yes, it was great having you, Sylvest. Ba 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 ba. Naughty Roomba. Alrighty. Wrong lever, Kronk.